Hey everybody, so in today's video, we're in Cherokee, North Carolina at the Oconaluftee Visitor Center. And as you can see, it's the Mountain Farm Museum behind us. So are you ready?
Yes.
I am too. We haven't been here in a couple of years, so let's go. This is the Mountain Farm Museum and Oconaluftee River Trail. And that's the Visitor Center there. One of the first things that we come to as we come into the farm area is bee gum stand. Bee gum. I wonder what kind of bee gum it is. It's very interesting looking. I don't even know what bee gum is. I need to Google that and find out. Is it like honey? It'd have to be. And this says this is a ash hopper, and they were used to produce lye for making soap. Ashes from stoves and fireplaces were stored in an ash hopper until a family was ready to make a run of lye. Water poured through the ashes leached out the alkali in the ashes, and the liquid collected was lye. Granny Clampett always liked to make those on the Beverly Hillbillies.
We never had an ash hopper.
You didn't have that? I know you said you didn't like that lye soap though. Yeah. Look at it there. I like the idea of that kind of life, but I would not want to live it. I like my modern conveniences with my internet and showers and indoor plumbing and everything. I'm not a farmsteader or off the grid, whatever it's called. You see the staircase over there, piano, a mop, quilting or something hanging from the ceiling, sewing machine, a bed over there in the corner.
You can get up easier to the house on this side. She wants to.
All right, thank you. Mom's gonna go around the other side of the tower. That lady said that she could see it really good from that side. Seems like last time we were here, it seems like we went inside. Maybe they were having some kind of event or something. Wish this side is handicap accessible.
You got quilting frame.
Mm-hmm.
Got sewing machine. Is that a piano?
Wasn't it open the last time we came here? Because it seemed like we were inside.
We walked all
Yeah.
the way through. That's your bed.
That's a little bed.
Right there.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what I said. It's a little bed.
Yeah. Back then they had little people.
Not a little person.
That was your bathtub right there.
Only thing little about me is my hands and my arms at the bottom. And I got a little mouth. The dentist tells me that every time I go.
A wash basin right there. And you had a jug. It lasts you all night long. You got a kitchen right here. You got stuff.
I thought it was because I remember walking in here.
See right here, there's water. That's what size of water pan we had water pail. we had, it was supposed to last us all night long.
And did it?
Yeah, it did.
I guess that's good. Many people
And
had your family.
You got your pots, cast iron cookers over there. That's a galvanized washpan there.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got more buckets down there. A Dutch, I think that's what they call a Dutch oven in there.
Yeah, you can cook on those at campfires and stuff.
And then
Might
you
be
got
better than
your-
those s'mores we made the other night.
The butter churns over there.
We'll go and show how the kitchen looked from this side. This right here was the meat house. And it protected one of the most valuable commodities on a mountain farm, the meat supply. Okay, we don't have to do that anymore.
Yes.
I do not think I want
East
to
beside,
have meat like that.
go straight to the hotel.
Yeah, with a stop at Hyper Bros. Until time. So basically, on the way to the hotel, there's a general store called Hyper Bros.
Okay.
There's also a coffee shop, but it's completely and it's right on the way there. It's a great.
Pretty cool design right there on the side. What you think, Mom?
It's pretty.
Yep. And over here, they have the outhouse. And that's actually why we came here first, because we're going to Mingus Mill first, but the bathroom's still closed there, so came here because we had to use the bathroom. Oh my God, they got chickens, real chickens. How cool is that? Look at the chickens, Mom. See them? That's so exciting. I don't know what they are. I know they're chickens. Chickens, hens, roosters.
Flowers growing there, and you got garden over there.
Yes, it says gardens produced fresh food as well, food to preserve and varied in size depending on the needs of a family. Before home canning came into widespread use, pickling and drying were the primary methods of preserving food. Mm-hmm. Well, you know, apples were a big thing here, and they still are. That's obviously the chicken coop, the way it smells. And there's feathers everywhere in there. Yes, visitors are welcome. And this was the apple house here. And it says for the Mountain family, apples were a staple, eaten raw and used to make cider, vinegar, applesauce, apple butter, and pie. Storing them was important, as evidenced by this substantial apple house. Summer apples were stored on the upper floor. Hardier winter apples were put in the ground floor bins. Earth and thick stone walls provided insulation from cold and heat. And it says this apple house was originally in the Little Oconaluftee, North Carolina. The farm produced apples for commercial use, hence this structure's large size. It was built into a hillside which put the upper door on the back at ground level. I'm guessing that's what would have been at ground level. You still see, like, I guess mud and stuff or whatever, however it was built. Look at that. Run, chicken, run. Chicken, run, chicken, run, chicken, run. This was a sorghum mill and furnace. And it says sorghum cane, a crop grown on many mountain farms, was used to produce sorghum molasses. The cane was fed between the rollers of the animal-powered cane mill, which squeezed out the juice. The juice was then boiled over the furnace until it turned into thick, dark, stringy molasses. 10 gallons of juice yielded about 1 gallon of molasses. Long sweetening, as it was called, was used in dozens of recipes and as syrup. And farmers used horses, mules, or oxen to power sorghum mills. That chicken run. Chicken. This is nice. Real nice. This says something. Let me see what this says. Oh, corn. Corn was the most supported crop on mountain farms. It was primarily a source of cornmeal and fresh corn, but had other uses as well. The shucks were woven into chair seats used to stuff mattresses and made into dolls, hats, rugs, and mops. And that was corn crib right here.
That's your corn crib.
Yeah, they got this one plexiglass up, but you can still see it over the plexiglass. I guess they had to do that so people wouldn't crawl in it. And it tells about the corn cribs. It says corn cribs housed the family's most important crop, corns, fed humans and livestock. Families consumed it both fresh and as cornmeal, cooked into dishes such as mush and cornbread. After allowing corn to dry on the stalk, farmers stored it on the cob. The crib provided protection against weather and large animals. Almost every farm had a corn crib. Some combined a crib and a gear shed, where the farmer also stored tools and implements. And it says both cribs are from Deep Creek, North Carolina area. These photos show both at their original locations. So this one right here is that one. And that one right there is that one. This one says this was corn crib and a gear shed.
You know what that is?
Oh yeah. You shuck the corn in that thing. And they let us do this quite a good bit at the L.W. Paul Living History Farm in Conway, South Carolina. Very cool place if you ever get a chance to go. It's a lot like this. Says broomcorn. Broomcorn is a member of the sorghum plant family and is the source of broom straw for making brooms. It was introduced to this country from Asia in the late 1700s. The straw is part of the seed head that grows at the top of the plant. Once the seeds develop, the broom straw is cut and stacked to dry. After drying, the seeds are removed and the straw is ready for making brooms. Interesting.
Probably less than a week. Yeah. Back then, yeah. They have what they call a barn raising. Everybody comes out and come together.
Oh, it's like a mustache. Maybe that's where they got that idea from. You know that mustache thing they always doing? That must be where they got the idea.
That's where the ox or
Yeah.
cows.
Yeah, that's his picture, she said.
This won't have use neck.
Yeah. Sad they had to put signs up like that and people still doing it. I don't think they have any pigs in here today. So we'll come look at the river real quick and we'll turn around. It's so pretty in here. Gorgeous. We might need to come at some point in our life and walk this trail because it is glorious, as I like to say. Isn't it pretty back here?
It's pretty.
Real pretty.
Pretty rooty too.
Mm-hmm. I love the greenery. It's so nice. That just takes you on the back side of it. This is so pretty. So what were these lovely things used for, Mom?
Put around the oyster barrel
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
or the apple barrel, whatever they happen to.
Need them to use for. Well, I don't see any here today, but this is the hog pen. It says hogs were the main source of meat on mountain farms. They could produce several large litters of offspring each year, which helped ensure a family supply of meat. Surplus livestock could also be sold to produce extra income for the family. The meat was relatively easy to preserve, usually by curing it with salt, and the lard produced from the fat was used in cooking and soap making. Hogs were so self-sufficient that they were turned out into the forest to forage for food. Fall was the only time many families penned some of their hogs to fatten them for butchering. To keep track of their hogs and avoid disruptions over ownership, farmers frequently cut identifying marks into the animals' ears. And they don't have any out there today, so I can't call them up. I know. Maybe in the fall they'll have some. But the ones they had there last time smelled. Good Lord. I said the ones they had there last time smelled.
That lasts your lifetime.
Which if I did not like that little bit of meat, I'd be a street vegetarian. But, you know, it's like they say, if you ever watched the Twilight movies, that it's like being a vegetarian, never truly satisfied. So I got to have that little bit of meat. But for the most part, we do primarily eat a lot of vegetables. But I can throw down some salads and broccoli and tomatoes and bell pepper and onions and all that kind of stuff with no problem. I like eating that stuff. And if I had to kill the animals, I would never eat them, period. Thank God for modern conveniences of a grocery store. So this says blacksmith shop. This shop was used by the farmer to make repairs to tools or to forge his own ironwork. Iron could be scarce, so a worn-out horseshoe might become part of a door hinge. As you see here, the blacksmith shop was brought here from Cades Cove, Tennessee. We were just at Cades Cove this morning. Actually, at Cades Cove before we came here. I'm not even going to attempt to.
Oh, what?
Because you tried to embarrass me one time on a video I did of a blacksmith shop, so I'll just keep my mouth shut. This was the spring house, and it says a spring house is a reliable source of drinking water, and it was important in selecting a house site. A good spring met the need and also provided a means for keeping perishable foods. Water from a spring flowed through the spring house in a rock-lined channel in the floor or in an elevated wooden trough like the one in the structure.
You see them things down in the bucket?
Yeah.
That's what they used for.
They also got washboards up there. You saw the wash pot. Look at the washboards.
Yeah.
Play some music on those things. If you know how, of course. And now we're coming back into the view of the house. I do like that house. So this says Mountain Farm Museum. Most of the buildings on a mountain farm related to the most basic of all needs, preserving food. The historic buildings at the Mountain Farm Museum were moved here from throughout the national park in the early 1950s. These buildings reflect the challenges faced daily by every mountain farm family. John Davis spent 2 years building this house near Deep Creek, North Carolina. It was completed in about 1900. The log walls are matched. Davis split chestnut logs in half along their length and placed the halves in matching positions on opposite walls. And then they also have booklets here for $1 that will tell you about the farm, and there's none in there. But if there was, I'd tell you about it. And it has the visitor center right there for the national park out here. And the mountain farm is back there behind it. So we're heading on back to the parking lot now. Because if I go in there, I'm going to spend money. I don't be spending money. So we're going to go ahead and wrap up our Oconaluftee Mountain Farm Museum video. How'd you enjoy it today, Mom?
It was good. We hadn't done it in a while.
It's been a while. We did it a couple of years ago. Whenever I was old for something like that.
They had class up there.
Yeah. They did not have hogs today. They didn't have the chickens.
Yeah.
Chick here, the chick there, here, chick there, chicken over, chick. Anyway, I enjoyed it. We did not go in the gift shop because, like I said, I probably spent some money that I don't have. So, did not go in there. And we're watching traffic now. And everybody and their mother is apparently coming through right now. But anyway.
All the cousins and whatever.
Yeah. So anyway, that's going to do it for this one. Still got 2 cars coming, but she's going anyway. So, we shall see you somewhere else. So, toodaloo. Oh yes, please subscribe. Bye.